lesson today, and this is our nice little recap. So, really quickly, the first thing we talked about was having good posture. So, shoulders back and down, you have this nice bend in your knees. If at any point you forget, you should try and recheck your posture again.
Yeah.
So, we went over counterbalance and tension. So, the very first thing we did was just get in this nice, like 10-mile-an-hour frame. And then we went all the way down from like 10 to 25, 35, 45, 55, 75, and back up, keeping a smooth connection the whole time. And then we went from counterbalance into compressions. And the thing here is not to let your elbows go behind your back, break your frame, and also to kind of push down so that your follow knows that you're not being hurried or step backwards. Then you could do a transition from this counterbalance to a neutral position into compression, like so. And the next thing we talked about was objects in space. They move unless acted upon by another force. So I push Hannah, she goes this way until I stop her. And now we remember that we use compression and we use counterbalance in order to change our partner's direction. Then we can go into the fun part, where we compress and spring our partner out. You can come back now. Okay. And after that, we talked about counterbalancing and swinging in that way. And you can come back again. And then we talked about counterbalance into another counterbalance, into another counterbalance. And all of this leads up to a swing out. Boop, boop. And without even worrying about feet, you just counterbalance, 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 counterbalance. And now if you bring your feet, it's 1, 2, counterbalance, 5, 6, counterbalance, 1, 2, counterbalance, 5, 6, counterbalance. And that was part 1. All right, so part 2, we talked about having fun with the music. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to do swing outs or like fancy moves the whole time. It's totally cool if you do, but everyone gets really tired if that's all that happens. So, something you can do is throw in breaks. And you can do something as simple as 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, stop. And Hannah knows it's a break because I stopped moving. I didn't take any step back. I didn't shift weight backwards. So Hannah doesn't have any cue that she needs to come back into a swing out again. So we can do just a regular stop here, or we can do a turn into a stop. And for that, I do the turn and I sink down, straight down, not back, straight down. And my follow knows she's going to stop. Then we also talked about doing a free spin. We don't have connection. Totally okay. We're going to boogie out here. And then when I want to reconnect, I'm just going to give my hand. Hannah knows this is her signal to reconnect again. And then we can start dancing. This is also exceedingly helpful for the times that you're like, oh, yeah. Okay. And we're reconnected again. So, yeah. And that was part 2. We're done.